What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to PlannedPath podcast, the choice hub for book reviews and crucial conversations. Wow. Like play. Today is our 70th episode on PlannedPath podcast. Wow. I'm so grateful to be a part of this movement. So grateful to be a part of this set of people that are saying we are not running life on empty intellectual steam. We are going to ensure that we are committed to lifelong learning. We are committed to reading. We are committed to staying tops of our intellectual game in the midst of our busy life. My name is Oluwatosin. Welcome to PlannedPath podcast. Your choice up for book reviews and crucial conversations. And I must tell you, as always, that this show is sponsored by PlannedPath Educational Consult. Your choice for lifelong learning, book sales, teacher trainings and recruitment, mental health trainings, everything, instructional design, talking about topical issues in education, this podcast, and of course many more. We started this PlannedPath podcast in 2021, and it's been an interesting ride. Trust me, very, very interesting ride. Because come on, look at it. We've done so many book reviews. Relationship Goals by Michael Todd. You Are Too Good to Feel This Bad. That's one of the books we reviewed. Rich Woman by Kim Kiyosaki. That's Robert Kiyosaki's wife. So many book reviews, books on leadership, well-being, parenting. I want you to just dive into PlannedPath podcast and enjoy it. During this year, there was a month that we did book reviews of books, review of books by Adesuwa Omanuwokedi. Excuse me, Guinea's Bridesmaids. We've just done so many book reviews that are awesome. This is such a positive platform for you to enjoy. So what I want you to do right now is to just dig into PlannedPath podcast and enjoy these beautiful episodes. And of course, you won't enjoy it alone. You share with your friends, you share with your family. Let's just spread the word that, hey guys, there's a place where you can get book reviews, amazing book reviews that can help you do so well in life. Book reviews, crucial conversations, game-changing book reviews, and that's why I want you to just tune into PlannedPath podcast right now to just enjoy beautiful episodes from us. Yes, my name is Oluwatosin. I'm your host on the show, and today we're just going to be talking about seasons of life. Seasons. That's our topic for today. Seasons of life. Let's go through. I'm playing Asha today. Just enjoy this. So many beats and rhythms of Asha. Let's go on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back to talk about this episode, seasons. Deep, boy, you're far away. I'm in love with this song. I'm in love with Asha actually. So yes, I want us to read a portion of the scriptures. I see scriptures as not just a religious book, right? But a manual for life and living. So yes, I'm going to dive into scriptures this morning. Today, according to happiness on Instagram. Anytime you come across of this video, I greet you. So I'm going to read Ecclesiastes chapter 3. I'm reading from the Message translation. I love Message actually. There's a right time for everything. That's what it means. Ecclesiastes 3 says, there is an opportune time to do things, a right time for everything on the earth. It's a right time for birth and another for death. A right time to plant and another to reap. A right time to kill and another to heal. A right time to destroy and another to construct. A right time to cry and another to laugh. A right time to lament and another to cheer. A right time to make love and another to abstain. A right time to embrace and another to part. A right time to search and another to count your losses. A right time to hold on and another to let go. A right time to rip out and another to mend. A right time to shut up and another to speak up. A right time to love and another to hate. A right time to wage war and another to make peace. Let me read the other part. But in the end, does it really make a difference what anyone does? I've had a good look at what God has given us. Busy work mostly. True, God makes everything beautiful in itself and its time. But He's left us in the dark, so we can never know what God is up to, whether He's coming or going. I've decided that nothing's better to do than to go ahead and have a good time and get the most out of life. That's it. Eat, drink, and make the most of your job. It's God's gift. So that's it. Eat, drink, and make the most of your job. Let me read it from NLT, right? A time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3, remember that's what we're reading. We're talking about seasons of life today. For everything, there's a season, a time for every activity under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to harvest. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to cry and a time to laugh. A time to grieve and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to turn away. A time to search and a time to quit searching. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be quiet and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. What do people get for all their hard work? What do people get for all their hard work? I've seen the burden God has placed on us all. Yet God has made everything beautiful for His own time. He has planted eternity in the hearts of human hearts. And even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end. So I concluded that there's nothing better than to be happy and enjoy ourselves as long as we can. And people should eat and drink and enjoy the fruits of their labor, for these are gifts from God. I posted something on my WhatsApp status like some days ago that said that this year has to be named everything I never thought could happen. Getting married a few weeks down the line, hospital care, then burial for my father-in-law, and that's even just an aspect of things that have happened to me personally this year. I mean, when I even look at myself financially, the way I started the year, the way the middle of the year was, and how the end of the, now it is at the moment, as I'm even recording this podcast, even I believe that by the time this podcast is out, there'll be a lot of difference, you understand? So I've just gone through a lot of seasons and emotions. I was talking to a friend and he was just telling me, my friend, I actually mean my husband, and he was like, just be gentle on yourself, a lot has happened this year. And sometimes this topic is essential because sometimes we feel that another person is doing well and nothing seems to be moving in our lives, you understand? And before you know it, you just sometimes feel like it's like God has forgotten you. It's like what's happening, nothing, everything is just quiet and slow. But you know what? There's nothing bad happening. It's just seasons of life. There's a time to plant. When a tree has been planted, the effort has been made. That time you're watching you're just watching what has been planted. There doesn't seem to be a lot of activity until before you know it, bam. What they call it? Then the tree sprouts or the plant is sprouting, and then people are happy. Like when people get married, people just come to celebrate with them, and before you know it, it's quiet again. Then maybe a baby comes, or maybe they are moving to their house, there's a party to celebrate the new house, or someone is doing their PhD, or something, there's a good news. In between those times, we have to learn as human beings to live in between the motions and moments of life, because life is not designed to be high all the time. Now this is not me being negative. I think I'm one of the most positive people you can meet on earth. Like, I just see good in everything, right? But I'm also very realistic as well. That's how life is supposed to be. Like, they say that as a couple, you should learn how to, in between, the social media hype, you take a picture. Marriage is really just learning to live in the ordinary moments of life, in the moment that it doesn't seem like anything is happening. But one thing I've also realized is that those in between moments are very crucial. They are very, very essential. Those in between moments where there's a time, nothing seems to be happening. I realize that in the long run, what I do in those in between moments actually are defining factors for what happens in the high moments. For instance, now, it doesn't seem like there will be coming, all your contract is like, what's happening? Why is everybody not responding? Did you people do meeting and everything? You can spend all those in between moments, right? You can spend it developing yourself. Like, I was telling my cousin one day that when it seems that nothing is happening, right, I'm just very quiet. I read a lot. I'm quiet. I do my stuff. I just get used to the boring thing. Wake up, pray, read a book, do what I'm supposed to do, post online, call clients, go back to my reading on those days where I'm not going out for trainings. But when those trainings now come, when those gigs now come, I now realize that the things I've been reading, the courses I've been doing, what I've been doing, materials I've been exposing myself to, right? The trainings I'm going to sit down, not even that I'm the one training now, they now become the catapult for me on the days where there's now work to do. So what I do, I'm realizing now that what I do on the slow days are very important for the fast days, you understand? For the low days, what I do on the low days are very important for the high days. They just complement each other. So each season has its own pros, cons, you understand, that kind of thing. Those times give us time to rest, to learn how to be grateful as well. I want to read something that Shola Adeshakim wrote, right? Let me read it out before we go on a quick commercial break. A tree of flower that will blossom must endure. This was for November 17th. A tree of flower that will blossom must endure various seasons. Painful pruning, tough transitions, messy moments, rough rains, scorching sunlight, severe separations. Every season refines you for growth, and your fruit will be undeniable. So yes, so every season will refine you for growth. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how life is actually designed to be. Every season will refine you for growth, and your fruit will be undeniable. Just that's how life is supposed to be, right? That's how things are really. Another one for November 22nd says that every stage of life is a meaningful transition. You may not be where you want to be yet, but with the right mindset, you will see that you're not where you used to be. Pause and observe your patterns and results. Adjust when needed, and then keep moving. You are in a transformative transition. Those times that it seems like nothing is happening, you understand? Those times are very, very important, like very, very, very important. So let's go on a quick commercial break. We'll be back to talk about the importance of various seasons of life. I'm going to list out a point. We discuss through them and we wrap up this amazing episode. So these transitions, these seasons of life, right? They remind us the importance of gratitude. They remind us every season has its blessings, showing us to appreciate what we have in the moment. You know, on slow days, we appreciate the importance of rest. You understand the importance of family, the importance of having time to eat, the joys of slow mornings. You understand those things just they remind us to be grateful. They even remind us to be grateful for the busy days, you understand? Because the truth of the matter is that as the high moments come, sometimes you're like, oh my god, man, I'm so stressed. And like in 2022, I learned how to change my tone to say, God, I'm grateful for these busy days. I prayed for them, I wanted them, I cried for them too. So I'm grateful for all these moments where everything is just is bustling and I'm busy. I am very grateful for them. And then on the days that things seem to be slow, I'm like, thank you for the gift of rest. Thank you for the gift of being able to sleep. Because trust me, if I have a deliverable, as much as I will eat and sleep, some things will just be impacted, you understand? Or every time I have a deliverable, I have stuff to do, I just have to adjust myself and all of that. So those things teach us the place of gratitude. They teach us, like for instance, when a woman has a baby and she has to stay at home for 3 months, she's like, so this is how staying at home is. I want to go back to work, or it's not easy. You understand? So those things remind us the place of gratitude. The slow days, these days that it seems like nothing is happening, it just helps us to be grateful. Secondly is that, like I said before, preparation. Like storing for winter, life teaches us to plan ahead and be ready for the unexpected. Those slow days help us to prepare. You understand? Prepare in terms of capacity building, pruning, you understand? And then in the high days, when the money is flowing and stuff is happening, you also learn how to save up, how to invest because of the rainy days, you understand? Like on the days that things may not want to just be adding up. So another thing that different seasons of life teach us is that it teaches us to embrace change. Seasons teach us to embrace life transitions as part of the journey. Like, it's just accept it. That's how it's supposed to be. Just accept the changes, the transitions. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is not supposed to be one thing. I also mentioned before that it teaches us the value of rest, you understand? Stillness, you understand, which are very essential for our growth and renewal. Those things also give us an opportunity to appreciate patience and timing. Like Percy Oyeka, someone on my status, doctor, he said that so did you realize that sometimes when you're looking for something, there are things that I really, really wanted like a year ago, I pursued them for years, they didn't come, and I just left them, and they came naturally. And there are some things that, like maybe a week ago, even yesterday, I was like, I want this. I'm just like, calm down, don't worry, those things will come. Seasons of life teach us to be patient, because as life unfolds at its own pace, you realize that rushing things, they don't usually bring better results. Like, do your best, like I would always say, show up, do your best, do what you're supposed to do, right? But also know that, man, ultimately we need to learn the value of patience and timing, you understand? Then those things, you understand, seasons of life, like spring, for instance, like when everything is new, buzzing and all of that, they teach us renewal. Spring teaches us renewal. Summer brings vibrancy. Autumn shows the beauty of letting go. And winter fosters introspection. Like I always tell people, after my birthday like this, November is always before my birthday, I'm always introspecting, gathering. Then November is like forging ahead, new things, you understand? Introspection. Then December comes, and then we just pick the new year from there. You understand? So that's how life is. Winter teaches introspection. Autumn shows the beauty of letting go. Spring teaches renewal. Summer brings vibrancy. So all these things, they teach us an appreciation for growth. And I want to say again, seasons of life teach us to appreciate growth. Spring teaches us renewal. Summer brings vibrancy. Autumn shows the beauty of letting go. And winter fosters introspection. That's how it's supposed to be. Various seasons of life teaches us several things. Then seasons of life also bring us hope and renewal as well. That no matter how harsh the current season is, no matter how harsh things seem to be, like you've tried your best on those goals, remember that a new one will come with fresh opportunities. Like I always tell people, like, I've done my best and I leave the rest to God. I have done my best. This one is not just saying I've done my best mindlessly. This is someone that I know that I had this thing, I've done my best. I just leave the rest to God, because I can't do more than my best. That's truth. I've done my best that I'm supposed to do. I've showed up where I'm supposed to show. And Mutishamolabi. How else do you say it? You just have done my best, and God will, things will work out well. Yeah, so those are things that the seasons of life, they teach us. And I'm just here to tell you that they are just seasons. Just relax your mind. I know that you want to make some things work, make some things happen. It's just seasons. So I'm not saying be lazy, don't do what you're supposed to do. Now, what I'm trying to say is that as much as you have tried your best, you have done your best. Just relax. That thing will work out, because each season will shape us uniquely, and it will contribute to our personal growth and wisdom. So let's learn to embrace different seasons of life, and enjoy through them. Enjoy. Sometimes when things seem to just be slow, calm down. Listen to PlannedPath podcast. I'm serious. Just listen to amazing episodes. Just listen to things that can give you strength for your journey. That can just help you, give you hope. You understand? Give you hope. Just help you embrace life in a way that you're like, this is how life is, or this is how things are, you understand? So it's really beautiful to talk to you guys today. My name is Oluwatosin Abiodun-Lisk, and I hope that this episode encourages you to embrace your seasons of life and make the most of every season that life brings, you understand? And show up at your best. Like before, I told my friend something. I told her that before, I used to be like, I must work every day. If it's my work day, I must show up, I must work. I'm not going to be limited by my circle as a woman, you understand? That's what I used to say before. And I meant it, and with all good reason, because I didn't want to use my menstrual cycle or my cycle as a woman as an excuse for bad behavior, you understand? But as I grow, I'm also learning that this is your body's rhythm. You can do little or nothing. You can do your best, eat well so that your energy stops. But there are just some things that you can try, right? But maybe you're in your literal stage where everything is just calm. There's nothing you can do about it. That's how you feel, right? I'm drinking water. You can now decide to say, yeah, this is how I feel, right? This is how I feel, but at the same time, I can do ABCD to help myself feel better, or just stand up, or maybe go and eat banana so that I can have energy. But as I grow, I'm just telling myself, you know what? That's how I feel. It's just what it is. I can plan my life, my work around it, so that nothing suffers, and I move with the rhythm of life as well. So this is, okay, as a man, you may not have a menstrual cycle, but seasons of life come to all of us. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you should embrace different seasons of your life, maximize them, and enjoy the blessings that they bring and the lessons, because nothing is permanent, my people. Nothing is permanent. Like even good things, like nothing is permanent. Like life comes in the seasons, and we should just embrace and love our seasons. Yeah. So at least as we round up November, these words will stick with you, and you would just introspect better and have better perspective of things. Like for instance, death is a leveler. I was talking to Deborah Anedo on last Friday, and she was like, we're talking about death and all of that. Like, man, death is just a leveler. You just like, for me, someone dies, I just want to pause, I just want to introspect, I just want to be like, man, all these things in life doesn't even make sense, because none of us are going to make it out of this life alive, man. We are all going to die at some point or the other. So it's just life. It's just what it is. And when there's a new baby, it just teaches us vibrancy, sacrifice. They're just seasons of life. Sometimes you have people in your life that maybe you find this person is experiencing death, this person is experiencing birth, this person is experiencing the process of birth, that's like pregnancy and all. Another person is sick and the person is about dying. Another person is starting a business, and that person's business is crumbling, and that person's business is thriving. It's just seasons of life. And we should not also get stuck in our seasons and hold on. Like, life is, like Big Boy Yoga will say, life is very easy. Life is very simple. Like, it's not hard. It's not deep. That's the truth. It's not deeper than what it is. That's the truth. So don't hold on and say, this person hurt me. This person should have done this. This is how I expected my life to be. Or things like that. Just let go. Embrace the lessons and move on, and let things be, and let people just be, because if you don't learn how to embrace seasons of life, it will just impact you as a person. It will impact your well-being. You're just maybe angry, holding on. You're now not maximizing the very moment. Let the past go. Let people go. Let things just happen in its natural zen state, and learn how to be happy. Thank you for listening to this episode, Jare. Share with your friends. Share with that person that is experiencing a joyful season, and remind them how to maximize their joyful moments. Share it with someone that is sad right now, and just remind them that there's also beauty in sadness. I mean, there's a scripture I read. Someone was asking me like a month ago about something. I said, yeah, I feel sad, but joyful sorrow that brings us closer to God is better than enjoyment that takes us away from Him. So there's joy in everything in life if you really look at it very well. Nothing is bad in itself. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you. That's the end of our episode. Episode 70 there. Thank you, guys. Episode 70. So have a beautiful day. Take care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Bye. Take care of yourself. See you. My name is Oluwatosin Abiodun-Lisk, as you know by now. I'm your host on the show, this PlannedPath podcast, your choice of book reviews and crucial conversations, brought to you by PlannedPath Educational Consult, your choice of for lifelong learning. Yeah, book sales, trainings, come to your school to discuss topical issues, mental health trainings in your offices, instructional design, and everything education. Trust me, we are on an amazing ride to raise a set of people that are saying we are not going to run life on an empty intellectual steam. We are going to commit to lifelong learning. Yeah, so stay tuned. Love you. Deuces. Bye. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do that one. No. We are going to subscribe now. Be grateful, and go and subscribe.